My name's Simon Edgoose. What we can do on the 502 module is we can put in our own sounds, and we can connect this to our iOS device or our PC, and we can fire samples directly into the module, and then we can just trigger them back from the pads. Next time I turn it on, the sample will be in the module and I can use it just like a normal drum sound. So if I'm doing something and I just want a good, great, all-round kit sound, the modern rock kit is the one I go to. It just works. The Bop kit is one of my favourites. The thing which won me over on this one is the snare drum. What I tend to do with the Bop kit, just tune down the snare drum by about 3 semitones. Just makes it a little bit fatter, a little bit wider, and that is my go-to snare on the 502. As you can probably tell from my haircut, I'm a real metaler. So the hi-hat controller is automatically turned into a left bass drum trigger, so I can play bass drum with both feet. It's got a lot of bottom end, but there's a lot of punch there, which fits great with a busier mix. On the Electro Pop kit, we have loops, we have phrases on the toms. So I could be playing kick, snare, hats, and just by hitting the tom pads, I can be bringing in bass lines or keyboards. Yamaha reprogrammed a lot of the internal sounds, so there's many more great synth sounds which you can use straight out of the box. From the main screen, you can just press the right arrow and that takes you into the simple editing. If you want to tune it up a couple of octaves, down a couple of octaves, if you want to muffle it, just as you would do on an acoustic drum kit. Then there's the more detailed editing, which you go into on the menu page, and that gives lots of different options. We've got the Yamaha DTX pads. When you actually hit the stick onto the surface, the bubbles compress inside, and that's what pushes the stick back. So they're very quiet, they're great feeling, and very realistic. These are 3-zone pads, so we've got a head and we've got 2 different rims. And because of how they're made, you will never get any cross-triggering. I can mix these on an acoustic kit, and there's no difference in feel from playing the acoustic to playing these. They're very, very close. Now, this is new. TP70. Lots of changes. Firstly, the surface material is different, it's softer, so very quiet, comfortable to play. Also, the mounting system is now got rubber inside it, so it's sprung while it's on the rack, which means you can have the pad much more sensitive without cross-triggering being a problem. On the cymbal pads, you've also got the 3 zones. You've got the bell, the bow, and the edge. The 502's got a load of training functions built into it, which is perfect for when you're practicing at home and you want to actually see how well you're progressing. Rhythm gate, and you play along to the click, and it compares your playing to the click. If you are out of time with the click by a set amount, it will turn that pad off. Groove check, it will show you on the screen where your average timing is, whether you're ahead of the beat, whether you're behind the beat. The 502's got a load of songs built into it, lots of different styles. It's a one-box solution for lots of practice time. Yamaha have developed some apps to go with the DTX502 range, and the first one is something called Songbeats. And Songbeats takes the internal songs, the click, and the training functions, which are already inside the module, and puts them onto a different level. If you open up the Songbeats app, you connect it to your iOS device, your iPhone or iPad, it allows you to play through to a song, and it can be one which is already built into the app or one you can download onto the app. So you can actually see the part, see what you should be playing, you can play along with it, you can put in 20 of your own samples, and they can be anything you want. They could be loops, they could be single hits, you can treat all the samples that you load in like internal sounds. You can just connect your iOS device or your PC up to the module, again using a USB cable, and you can just transfer the samples that you want into the module and take the module off to a gig and use it for triggering. So there you have it, DTX502, great sounding, great feeling, very, very powerful. What would you do with it?